All right, folks, there are some weeks when the Amiga news is super thick and you need that extra wide straw. This week, I had to dig a little deeper. I think folks were winding down on the summer, so things are a little thinner. The Amiga news section is a little bit shorter this week. However, I found some sweet stuff. You know, like when the milkshake, it melts a little bit. It's not as thick, but you get all that sweet liquid. Oh, that's what this week's news section is, baby. Let's get some of that sweet Amiga news liquid for the week of September 7th, 2025. Let's freaking go.
Amiga News with Amiga Bill.
Oh yeah, so a video surfaced from Patrick's Retro Corner, who's actually watching the show live right now. Patrick, rad video. He caught a sneak peek at Gamescom of, you know, the A1200 is the talk of the town right now. It's the talk of the town. That's what everyone's talking about. Everyone's hyped for it. And Patrick shot a video of their booth. And in the video that was playing on the booth, you see the A1200 spin around. And when it spins around, you can see some details on it. You can see some details, and that's what folks are talking about. They're talking about ports and all the fun stuff that you can see. A YouTube video by Patrick's Retro Corner that was shot at Gamescom 2025 shows a video from the Retro Games Limited booth. In the video, the A1200 spins, and you can see details of the product, including the ports. It appears to have 3 USB-As, 1 HDMI, 1 USB-C, possibly for power, most likely, and possibly a power switch. So what I did was I took some freeze frames. We'll look at Patrick's video, but I took some freeze frames of the video. There's the booth, but there's frame 1, and then here's a shot of the back. So we got USB-A 1, USB-A 2, USB-A 3. Then we got HDMI, connect that sucker to your TV. We got a USB-C, most likely for the power, and then we got a doo-ha. We got a hoo-ha there. It could be a switch. I don't know what that is, but it's a little hoo-ha. And then the 1200 turns, and you can catch the side. Now this is where it gets real interesting. Everyone's saying like, oh, does it have a real floppy drive? Again, no facts about the floppy drive have been mentioned, but I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it, but we do see a slot here. And then what does that slot look like? That slot sure looks like it'll fit an SD card to me. It sure looks like that. So I'm thinking that maybe there'll be a way you can like load ADFs onto an SD card and pop that in. That'd be super rad. And then we see another hoo-ha right there. I don't know, maybe I don't know what that hoo-ha is. You like the freeze frame? Dude, I was freeze framing Patrick's video, man, getting the stills. Oh, Mixels, you're guessing there may be a headphone jack? It could be. A hoo-ha. Captain John said hoo-ha. It's a technical term. A very technical term. It's a hoo-ha. So anyway, Comotron, you hope it's FPGA? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. I'm thinking like ARM, single board computer ARM all the way. Most SPDIF, it could be. It could be. What's up, Jamiroquai? Great to see you. I'm great. So anyway, that was cool. I figured, this was a cool little piece of info. Get some conversation started in the chat of the YouTube video. Some folks are saying that 3 USB ports aren't enough. Fair point. Fair point. I mean, now that we have a keyboard, because think about it, you need controller. On the A500 Mini, you need controller, mouse, keyboard. There's 3 right there. And then, but then you probably want to get like more than just that. But now you have the keyboard already, so that eliminates the need for 1 USB. So now you got like controller and mouse, and a third. So 3 is not bad. But the thing is so big, like why not just 4? Why not just 4? And what I was saying, what's up, Retro Amigo Laurent? What I was thinking was like, they probably have so much empty space in there. Why not do something like the A600 GS and like let's just throw some 2 DB9s in there? Why not? Like that would be awesome. How cool would it be if that had 2 DB9 ports in the back? Even if you can't use a mouse with it, you can get like 2 classic joysticks to plug in. That would be really cool. This maybe is just a prototype. Maybe it's a pipe dream, but I think it'd be rad if they had 2 DB9s. It'd be super rad. Like take one from the A600 GS book. They really knocked it out of the park with that. I love that. Subcell. Oh, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. I really think this is gonna come out. Anyway, here's Patrick's video. Whoa, look at this. Oh, there we go. Patrick's Retro Corner. The whole video, yeah, is like a 13-minute all the way video of Gamescom. But let's see. Let's just Pat. Here he is. The first things first. He goes to the Retro Games Limited booth, and there it is. There's the A1200. We got the video of the booth right here. Yeah, for more videos, please follow Patrick's Retro Corner on YouTube. I'll drop the link into the chat, and it'll be in the description of this video as well. So Settlers 2, that's a good choice. There it is. See, here's the video. Here's the video I freeze framed. There's a video. Look at that. Boom. Spinning around. Patrick, great job showing the booth. Appreciate that. Launching on the A1200 is Settlers 2 Gold Edition. Patrick's Retro Corner. Copy and paste into the chat. There you go. Go subscribe to Patrick for some good stuff. Patrick, thank you for posting the video. And yeah, cool stuff. It's exciting. It's exciting stuff there. All right, next up in the Amiga Bill and Amiga News section, the A1200 BiFrost 40th Anniversary Edition. Pre-orders are now open and it starts shipping September 2025. We were just looking at video from Retro32 UK at the latest SPAG meeting, and let me tell you something. There were a ton of pimped Amigas there, and if you love to pimp your Amiga, you need a BiFrost. The BiFrost is so cool. I got one at Amiga 37 Germany. My main CD32 Amiga 1200's got one in it. I need to put one back here again, but you can customize the LEDs. It's so cool. You can customize the LEDs on your Amiga, and it can also do things like show you PC MCIA access. So like when you're accessing the PC MCIA card, it can flash. It does some really cool stuff, and it works hand in hand with the Solus board. It's absolutely beautiful. I love the A1200 BiFrost, and it's super rad. So this is the 40th anniversary edition. I'm very happy to announce that a purple PCB special remake of the A1200 Hemidal will be released in the upcoming weeks, and you can already place an order for it. Boards have been tested, upgraded with better and more stable firmware, and some functionality unique to this release. Now I'm only waiting for a few components to arrive to complete the kits before they are sent out and orders are fulfilled. To celebrate in style, I'm releasing the 40 first boards as a promotional price of €40. Only one board per customer is available at this price, but if you want, you can still place an order for additional boards at the standard price in the same order to save on shipping. It's kind of a double celebration. Not only does the Amiga turn 40 this year, the BiFrost board was also released 5 years ago, so that's rad. Who knows what Fuzzy is doing to us here. But anyway, here is, yeah, so Connie Larson is a great guy. He's a really, really nice guy, and he donated a bunch of BiFrosts to me back at Amiga 37, shared them with some of my high-tier patrons, and really appreciate that, Fuzzy. And this is super cool. Definitely, if you're into customizing your Amiga, you want to pimp your Amiga, the A1200 BiFrost is one of my favorite upgrades. The A1200 BiFrost 40th Anniversary Edition, now available. Well, yeah, now available to order, shipping any minute now from Connie Fuzzy Larson. Great stuff. Great stuff. This is interesting. Where did I see this? I think this was posted. Oh yeah, was this Jake the Dog? I think Jake the Dog put this in my Discord channel. Amiga Paradise is back and serving. I didn't know Amiga Paradise went anywhere, but it's back. If you're keeping score on Amiga Paradise, apparently it went somewhere and now it's back. But this is a really cool site, seriously. It's a musical heritage preservation project. Amiga Paradise, it's back and running, actively being worked on. French multi-talent Mantalau has been working on this project since 1997 and is actively ripping high-quality tracks from games and demo scene way up to software and exotic, and providing them, most of which are difficult to find, maybe lost in time. Check it out here. Let's check it out. Let's go check out Amiga Paradise. I'm going to pause the Ace Man music on my Real 1200. Here's the site, some latest additions. Let's check out, oh, I think Elysium, if I'm not mistaken, Proton did a version of Elysium last week. Let's click on Elysium. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. This sounds good. Amiga love, you love that color scheme. It's the best. Workbench 1213 is the best color scheme. Oh man, I'm gonna leave this on. I'm gonna leave on some Elysium for the rest of the news. I totally dig it. So anyway, there you have it, folks. Here is a link to Amiga Paradise. Amiga Paradise, apparently it went away and now it's back. It's a cool website. I could spend hours there. Amiga Paradise is back and serving, baby. Woo! Now, I think I saw this one. Yeah, I saw this one over on AmigaNews.de, another great Amiga news website. Daedalus, what's going on, my man? We just talked about the BiFrost and how well it works with the Solus board. So I saw this over on AmigaNews.de. This is news from Alinea Computers, the Langley 1200 multifunctional adapter. This is very, very interesting. The Langley 1200 is a Kickstart switch that switches directly via the keyboard and does so at runtime. The current main function of the adapter is to switch the 4 banks of Kickstarts on the 2 Kickrom flash modules of the Amiga 1200 with the help of the keyboard. That's pretty cool. The special thing about switching via the Langley is that the Amiga does not have to be switched off for this, as was the case with earlier solutions. After the switchover, only a reset has to be carried out and another Kickstart is loaded. So you can do like the warm reboot. This is over at AmigaNews.de. Xylo, thank you for the biddy. And that's cool. There you are. There it is. That's super rad. Nice. So AmigaNews.de, thanks for reporting this new piece of hardware. The Langley 1200 adapter can be ordered from the online shop for €29.95 without the switch package. With the switch package, the package costs €34.95. So cool little piece of hardware here to allow you to switch your Kickstarts. Rad stuff. The Langley. When I think of Langley, I think of like FBI's. Oh man. Here is a link to the AmigaNews.de article, and I'll link you over to Alinea Computer where you can purchase a Langley 1200 Kickstart switcher. Now, you know, there's one thing I love on this stream, and that is beer. I couldn't help but I saw this. You know, we had Michael Borman on the stream. Love Michael Borman in Via, one of my favorite modern Amiga games. He just released Krogharr a couple of months ago. Krogharr, the Berserker. And talk about a physical edition. Talk about a physical edition. This is Krogharr has got a beer glass set now. So you get yourself a green floppy disk, which is super rad. You get yourself a Krogharr beer glass. And look at the CD32 version. Look at the artwork on that. That's amazing. The platform game, would you consider Krogharr a platform game? I don't know if maybe. The platform game Krogharr was released at the end of June, as Amiga News.de reported. For collectors, the online shop Polyplay is now offering a beer glass set for €25 plus shipping, which contains the following: 1 beer glass with a handle. You gotta have the handle. It's got Krogharr logo engraving on it. Love it. Oh, they even put the specs. 130 millimeters high by 73 millimeters diameter. That's important to know. Total capacity is 0.36 liters. Capacity up to the calibration mark is 0.3 liters. This is crazy. I never saw specs. I never saw specs on a beer glass before. That's amazing. You get 10 beer coasters. Oh, wait a minute. Are those beer coasters? That's not an actual CD. That's a beer coaster. It fooled me. 10 beer coasters. 5 Krogharr Amiga diskettes. The real JDB says, welcome to Germany where everything has specs. I know, dude, I mean, how hilarious is this? They got specs on a beer glass. I've never seen that before, ever. So there's 10 coasters, 5 done in the style of the green floppy disk and 5 done in the style of the Amiga CD32 CD. Now we got the facts. I like it. I wish it was a real green floppy. I think you do. It does come with a real green floppy though when you buy the physical edition. But this is the beer set. So that's rad. So in honor of the green floppy that comes with Krogharr, you get yourself green floppy coasters as well as CD32 edition coasters. There you go. That's cool stuff. What's up, the real Tony Rocks? Next up in the Amiga news section, we head over to our friends at Addict Media. We're talking to Amiga Addict this time. They are looking for submissions. Do you have a good memory of Amiga Format magazine? For future editions of Amiga Addict, we're looking to do some themed letter suggestions to encourage people to write in. The next theme will be the classic magazine Amiga Format. Since I know there's plenty of lovely Amiga users over here, I thought I'd ask here too. He's talking about my Discord. That's Pixels at Dawn Gaming. Let us know your memories, your favorite parts, what the magazine meant to you. Maybe you've got a unique story you can share with us. If you want to join in, send an email to amiga@addictmedia with the subject line, Amiga Format Memories. A paragraph or two for your letter by Wednesday, the 10th of September. That's coming up soon. That's this Wednesday, folks. So the deadline is approaching fast. Get your memories of Amiga Format Magazine into the Amiga Addict. Please include your name, town, city, and country so we can steal your identity. No, just kidding. So we can sign off your letter appropriately. So very, very cool stuff there from Amiga Addict Magazine. I'm trying to think, here's my favorite memory of Amiga Format Magazine. My favorite memory of Amiga Format Magazine is going to the WOG meetings, the Westchester Amiga User Group meetings at Software Link in White Plains, New York, and getting it, because it wasn't easy for us to get European magazines here in the United States. But Bob Seiner, the owner of Software Link, that was one of his missions, was to make sure we were always supplied with the great magazines from the UK. I loved getting like the floppy disks stuck onto the cover. That was super rad. And I mean, that is my favorite memory. Going to the WOG meeting, hanging out Software Link, and then picking up the magazine after. Some folks would even say the only reason why they came to WOG was to get a copy of the magazine. I don't know if that's true or not, but hey, whatever gets you to WOG, whatever gets you to WOG. So there you go. Amiga Format, send your memories into Amiga Addict Magazine. I ain't going to rehab. No, no, no. Now, I always like to find something weird and wacky, and whenever I try and find something weird and wacky, I head right to the Reddit. Reddit has got tons of weird and wacky stuff, and this is, I guess it's weird and wacky, but you know what? It's also really freaking cool. Jimbox13 has made a Lego Amiga 500. So he posted instructions on how to build a Lego Amiga 500, and as well as a link to the page that's got a PDF of each step, as well as a link to the parts. So let's take a look at the video. This is cool. I totally need to get one of these Lego 500s. Look at that. There's a video on how to put it together. Nice instructions. I dig it. I like the visual aids. I thought this was neat. Like I said, we're trying to dig up some news sections, dig up some news stories for this week, and this one, I was like, this is cool, wild, and weird. I like it. I like it. Here's a link to the page where it's got a PDF. Rebrickable. Download the PDF on how to do it. Amiga 500 by Jimbox. Jimbox, baby. Nice work, dude. Nice work. Seriously, it's really cool. I think this is a lot of fun. And thanks for going the extra mile and putting together all these directions. And then we got a link to where you can buy the actual Lego parts. Oh, that's great. Very, very cool stuff there from Jimbox13. Jimbox Lucky 13. Yeah, it's really cool, right? Right, guys? It's awesome. Okay, so this just came in from my man Phase 101. We know game jams are in the Amiga news right now. Lots of game jams going on. We got the Amiga Game Jam from Amiga Cami. We got the Tool Jam from Life School. We got the Vampire Jam going on. And Phase 101, he does a lot of these jams, and he's got a memory game jam going on right now. And it's not Amiga exclusive, but you can use an Amiga to enter the jam. Welcome to the 8/16-bit game jam, where the task is to create a memory game, concentration or matching pairs or similar. You're allowed to use your imagination. You have to uncover 2 tiles per turn using one of the following programming languages. Basic, it can be compiled in Basic with Assembler or Assembler C or a mix. Cool. And here is the official itch.io page of the Memory Game Jam. Hopefully someone will make an Amiga memory game. Dude, this has got Zeeperdan's name all over it. This has got Zeeperdan, or maybe because Zeeperdan, he makes games for smart people. This has got Zeeperdan. I got my money on you. Memory Game Jam is now live over on Phase 101's itch.io, and then he will also be streaming it as well over on his Twitch stream. Very, very cool stuff. Participants must send in their game by the 30th of November to retroprogrammersinside@gmail.com or Phase 101's Discord, complete with the source code and the submission requirements doc. Very, very cool stuff. You're allowed to use emulation like Vice for the 64 or Fuse for the ZX Spectrum or WinUAE for the Commodore Amiga. But hey, good stuff. Good stuff, Phase 101. Here is a link to the Memory Game Jam. Whoops. Now this is, again, this is just wild. I was on my Twitter X and I saw PeriFractic show up. I was like, oh look, there's Perry. I thought he was in a bakery. I'm not gonna lie. I thought he was like baking. I'm like, what's PeriFractic making cakes? No, he ain't making cakes. He's making Commodores, baby. Woo! Look at PeriFractic. He's on the Commodore 64 assembly line. The new Commodore 64 is they're making them. They're making them, baby. This is the Commodore.net factory in China. It got an inspection visitor today. As CEO and head chef, PeriFractic installed the first power switch to power up the Commodore. Let's see what this rascal's up to.
Process we talked about how we're rebooting Commodore or giving Commodore a bit of a power up. So this is our first board, but it might be appropriate that we put the first power switch on the board of the new Commodore that we powered up. Good luck, then, guy.
Nice one. Nice one. Nice one. So he is he's baking Commodores. Nice job, PeriFractic. PeriFractic baking Commodores. I like it. You guys are psyched. You guys are psyched for your C64 Ultimates. Cool. Yeah, I think it's a cool project he's doing, and the price is right. You know, the price, it's a good price. So good job there to PeriFractic, and I know lots of folks are looking forward to their new C64s. Sure, Commodore N64, it sounds cool. Speaking of game jams, we got Phase 101's game jam. Like I mentioned before, there are currently 3 other jams going on that are of important note. We got the Amiga Game Jam 2025, hosted by the lovely Amiga Cami. That we got about, the competition will close on December 1st, so you got about 2 months left, or 2.5 months left to enter that jam. It's the return of the arcade. I love the theme, but you know what I noticed? If you head over to the itch.io, I clicked on submissions. So far, there's only 1 submission, but look at that. There may only be 1, but it looks like a good one. Reshoot RX by the Spielschreiber himself. Woo! This is exciting. Spielschreiber, creator of the Reshoot series, Reshoot Proxima 3, Reshoot Original Reshoot. Now Reshoot RX has been submitted to the Amiga Game Jam. I can't wait to see what this is all about. Apparently 23 have joined the jam so far, but there's only 1 entry. So this is exciting though. This is super exciting. So Amiga Cami, she's got her Amiga Game Jam 2025. She also has a GoFundMe. I think it's a GoFundMe where you can donate to the jam. Yeah, there it is. There's support to GoFundMe right here. Donate to the jam, and it's gonna go towards the prize, which is super, super rad. So yeah, it's awesome. You win like real stuff. And we got the Amiga Tools Jam as well. This is hosted by Dan from Dan Life School from Lemon Amiga, !Lemon in the chat. Get your fresh squeezed Amiga goodness. It's cool. I know something very, very interesting here as well. We were looking at this at the WOG meetup. Very interesting. This is a it's kind of the death and funeral tool by Life School himself. Now this at first it's like, what the heck is this? But I believe, you know, Dan's mom passed away, and I'm guessing, I could be wrong, but I'm guessing this may be related to that. So this is really interesting stuff. The death and funeral tool. Like, whoever imagined that there would be a death and funeral tool? We got Go Snap windows to screen edges for Amiga OS. That's rad. Icon made by Tucanem, something making icons. Scalix by Quantum Code Monk. Oh, he's been in the stream before. It's an AREX script for making Scala 400 scripts, compatible with Scala 300. Very, very cool. IFF Chunk tool by Rasport. Oh yeah, Rasport created the keyboard. A command line tool for manipulating IFF file chunks. Cool. Ami Nifty. Send curl notifications to Nifty servers. Cool. And you know, we got the Blue Wizard making the mail app too. So very, very cool. It's actually pretty complicated when someone passes away. It's besides all the like emotional grief, there's just a ton of paperwork that you have to do, and it sucks. It blows. So maybe Life School's tool will help with that. That's very, very interesting. Actually, it's a very interesting idea for a utility. And we got Phase 101's other jam, the Vampire Jam. This is a demo compo for the Vampire, and it will be released at Amiga 40 in Germany. The jam is for all Amigas, as long as it uses the Vampire. Apollo Vampire Amiga Demo Jam Compo for Amiga 40. It's simple, make an Amiga demo that runs on a Vampire V4 standalone. If the demo takes place of the Vampire Saga chipset, then that's even better. Very, very cool stuff there. So we got Prince Phase 101's Vampire Jam as well. All right, folks, the Amiga news for this week. It was a little thin, but hopefully it was still sweet for y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out and checking out the video. As always, the Amiga scene is alive and well. So many cool things happening. It's just never been a better time to be a part of this wonderful community. I'll see you all next week for another action-packed Amiga news section. Amiga forever.